We go into a relationship with this idea that things need to be 50-50. Or you know what, even sometimes we even hear the 100-100. But neither is true. We need to be willing to meet our partner's needs, to meet them where they're at, to connect with them, to communicate with them in a way that's meaningful to them, which means I give my 100%, whether or not my partner is able to give anything back at that moment.
Get your daily dose of motivation on the Motivational Moments with Michelle podcast. In Motivation with Michelle podcast, you'll get encouraging, uplifting, and life-changing wisdom that will transform your world at your fingertips, 24 hours a day. Get a fuller, deeper revelation of the tools you can implement to see incredible transformation in your life from Michelle Newstetter's powerful teachings. Tune in whenever you need to be edified, uplifted, or a dose of motivation, no matter where you are. Subscribe to Motivational Moments with Michelle podcast with Michelle Newstetter today on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or SoundCloud.
Hey there, and welcome to this Wednesday Word of Wisdom. My name is Michelle Newstetter, and I'm so glad that you are joining me today. Now, I've been doing an entire month of relationship wisdom, tools, advice, just to kind of kick off the Fearlessly Anchored that's coming up. But most of us, we were never taught what we really need in order to feel safe, to feel secure, to feel loved. We weren't taught what that means or what that looks like specifically. When we experience that sense of safety, security, love, we know that we are worthy of it. And we also know what to look for. We naturally gravitate towards people who fulfill those needs for us. And we can find ourselves moving away or changing course when we are in company with people who don't. But you know what? If these basic emotional needs are not being fulfilled in our life, we come to this place of feeling like something is missing, feeling frustrated, feeling hurt. And we don't even necessarily know why. We just feel this disconnect that's going on for us. And the problem is that it leaves us sort of in this place of our lives. We're longing for that sense of connection, that sense of direction, and we start to seek that out. We're looking for that in our lives. When we don't know what we need, how can we expect other people to know what we need? And unfortunately, when we go to meet other people's needs, we do it in a way that's meaningful to me, as opposed to a way that's meaningful to somebody else. And I might be missing the mark, not quite hitting the nail on the head for them. If you feel like your partner isn't meeting your needs, you might be right. But it doesn't necessarily mean that they're selfish or that they don't want to meet your needs. They might have no idea that they're not doing well by you. Because you know what? If you were to talk to them about how you feel, they might be like, what are you talking about? I do all these things for you. Not realizing that they're trying to meet your needs in a way that's meaningful to them, and you're feeling disconnected at the end. When it comes to love, we all need and want different things. And so because of this, it's super important for us to be able to go into the relationship with a clearer idea of what we need, as well as recognizing that our partner is significantly different and that we are going to have to meet them on their island. We are going to have to meet their needs in a way that's meaningful to them. All relationships require work, and it requires us to sometimes step outside of our comfort zone, to do things for our partner just because they are valuable. One of the things that we need to learn in relationships is how to communicate our emotional needs clearly, with open communication, with good listening skills. These are all vital elements for building a healthy relationship. I mean, obviously we go into all of the ins and outs of the emotional needs and how-tos of meeting our partner's needs in the Fearlessly Anchored program. Emotional needs are the foundation of a relationship. When we meet somebody, we're head over heels and we're in that in love, infatuation place. And very often it's because our partner is meeting all of our emotional needs. But as time goes on, it seems like those things start to dwindle a little bit. And we might not even recognize that it's happening, and we're slowly drifting further and further away. We don't even recognize it. We don't see it until all of a sudden there's this cavern in front of us. And it almost seems insurmountable. But you know what? There are tools. There are ways through that. And one of the things we need to do is start to recognize that I need to meet their needs in a way that's meaningful to them. You know, we go into a relationship with this idea that things need to be 50-50. Or you know what, even sometimes we even hear the 100-100. But neither is true. We need to be willing to meet our partner's needs, to meet them where they're at, to connect with them, to communicate with them in a way that's meaningful to them, which means I give my 100%, whether or not my partner is able to give anything back at that moment. Because you know what? There's the golden rule, right? I'm going to have bad days. My partner's going to have bad days. And I want my partner to be able to show up for me when I'm having a bad day and I have nothing left to give. And I need to show up for them, whether or not they have anything to give to me. Let's reignite the flame in the relationship. Let's attempt to reconnect in a way that we never have before. Thanks for joining me today. I hope this has added value to you, and I'll be back with you next week.
Do you want to reignite the spark in your relationship?
How can you be more fearless?
How can you anchor yourself to the truths you know, but you aren't living out?
Fearlessly Anchored Marriages is a program that will teach you to live love intentionally. Anything you want in life does not come accidentally.
So why would your relationship be any different?
Over the next 12 weeks, you will be exposed to some of the mindset blocks that could interfere with your current relationship. You will be coached to learn how to set boundaries, how to recognize opportunities, how to develop self-awareness, how to lead yourself and lead your relationship.
We've all been there. The struggle is real. We want to feel connected, heard, valued, and loved. Join us in transforming your relationship. Reignite the flame.
Reconnect. Refresh.
Fearlessly
Anchored Marriages. Let's live love
intentionally.